Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, comrade. Thank you for joining me. Demi Keys, as always, I'm talking about minority. We need to get this. We need to understand this minority, how we can overturn the minority into the majority. The news I have for you, Honorable Segrinya and Sewanyana, the appeal course, they had two cases, one for denying them bail, one appealing against the conviction for one murder and two murders in Uganda. So the case was dismissed. Secondly, we have got the leader of opposition. He has opened up a website to do with to follow up his hashtag accountability and the accountability and services. So we shall be reading. For me, it's a joy because I'm getting updates from the parliament. So go to that website if you want to know whatever is happening. I've always crowd for any position that we can go for to get information or update. I think that's one of them, and we still have so many. So we stand today. Janet Museveni is blaming teacher for letting down government. But the only answer I can give Janet is that you have let teachers down. That is what she has got to know. She's got to start taking responsibility but not blaming others. So today I'm talking about how can we turn that minority into the majority. As we stand for now, in Uganda now, as we stand for now, NUP has become the biggest party in Uganda. But in actual sense, in reality, we are still a minority because we have got less MP. You can be a minority in so many things. You can be minority in sexual preference, ethnicity. You can be a minority. But the thing I like minority, they change. They come on scene, like Bobby Wine said, I entered the ring, I'm not going out. Like he came and said, okay, I know what is going to happen to me. And that is exactly what has happened to him, that his employment was stopped, everything has been put on hold just because he's fighting a dictator. He wants to remove a dictator. Everybody, it's not about Bobby Wine, everybody wants to remove a dictator. So being a minority, look at Bobby Wine. All these artists, they are eating money, they are taking money. But for him, he says, come and join me. Even if you don't join me, I'll die trying. So minority, we look at characters. Minority, I'm looking at people like Nigel Farage. In England, he started from nowhere. He has brought Britain out of Europe. Brexit happened because of single man minded. When we talk about minority, when you look at their characters, they are always vocal. That is what NUP is about. We have to remain vocal because when you have a minority, the person who has got majority has got guns, has got money, has got all the people on his side. But once you're a minority, you come out when you are oppressed. When something is not right, you stand and you say, I'm going to speak up. Today you might be in majority, tomorrow you might be a minority. The Constitution talks about women as vulnerable, women in a minority. So we NUP, we find ourselves now that we are minority, that we are speaking a language that Ugandans, they won't understand. We are speaking to Ugandans that this is gone wrong, but they are happy to stay what they are doing. So when we talk about how we can turn majority, minority into majority, is going to be our work we do. But it's going to be these small things. Minority, you always speak out. You don't hide. You come out and say, you say this, you say minority, these are characteristics. They have to speak out. Our comrades, they are due into Hague tomorrow, just because Muhoozi and Museveni were reported to the ICC. But however, ICC has not responded. So as a minority, when you are oppressed, you speak out. You don't keep quiet. People that keep on praising Museveni is powerful. Museveni is not powerful. Wait one day when he's being overthrown. You're going to see Museveni without power. He's not the first dictator. What we have to do is to continue raise awareness, is to continue speak out, and also to overcome a majority. When you're a minority, you need unity within you. You should have unity, because 1 + 1 adds up. So we need people to unite. So when we need people to unite, we have to find a way to attract it to other people, because other people now, they belong to the side, because people, abantu bagala biyise, people, they always go with the winner. So as it stands for now, they see us as people who are impossible. It will not be possible to overthrow Museveni. It will not be possible to outtake Museveni. We will, if we listen to the leader, if we obey leaders, but not attack leaders. Do you know why Bobby Wine keeps on saying, why are you attacking people around me? This is how minority they win over majority. You have somebody single who takes up the whole bunch. That is a leader. For now, we have Bobby Wine. Brexit, they had Nigel Farage. America, they had Donald Trump. We have got all these minority that who are making noises. Like in Europe now, we have got the far right. It's only France who has diffused the far right. But the far right, they are eating up Europe. When you are a minority, you find one single cause that you tell people. This is why you find people that they normally come up with a catchphrase. Yes, you can. America is for Americans. Then now we have Kunga. So minority, what you have to do, you have to mobilize. When you mobilize, it's different way that I cannot speak now. You have to mobilize. You have to go out to people. You have to attract the people. You don't stay with the demi that, okay, I such a way, I'm going to talk I such a way, Benkes Chase, Kugonza, and then Margaret Intambi, Joseph Bagere. No, you have to go out and start getting other people to you. But how you do it is going to be through mobilization. And when you talk about minority always speak out to international community as well. Uganda has done that. Ugandans in the UK, they were demonstrating against where the money is being kept. Uganda going to Hague. Uganda, they've been demonstrating against IMF. They have been demonstrating against Congo. They've been demonstrating against Bank of the World Bank. So you have to reach out to other people. But how you do it through unity. When minority, you can overcome. I like history, because when you talk about history, you talk about people who have overcome from something. You have never seen rich people as historians. Yes, they can be, but in another perspective. But we have got David versus Goliath. People, when you are a minority, one thing you have to have is belief. That is one of the characters. You must believe that you are going to take out Museveni. I've got so many people who ring me and say, Demi, do you think we can take out Museveni? I said, yes. Why don't you believe? Listen to our president, Bobby Wine, what he has been saying. He came out to take out Museveni. But what happens to Ugandans? They want that not to happen. They wait for the moment that not to happen. When somebody comes, okay, let us do this, you just wait for the moment. But when you don't have belief, how can you start tackling something? We must have belief in ourselves, what we do. We must speak out. We must unite. To overturn majority can come slowly, gradually, can come maybe at once. That can happen. But sometimes if it is slow, don't attack the leaders. Sometimes if it's not happening, don't attack individuals. We have to stick together. Once we stick together, we can take up the majority. In Uganda, all those people who support NRM, they don't know even what they are supporting. They just position them in a position in a constituency. Okay, standing for this, you win because you are NRM. They are not NRM. We are now minority people, and we are now like majority. In reality, people who want change, they are the most people. We are, I've got like 99 people, they want change. So people, they are attacking us, they are attacking NUP from all sides, from all corners, from nowhere. Lomushana has turned away from Kizza Besigye to NUP. From nowhere, NBS, we are analyzing FDC, the wrangles. Now they are analyzing NUP. From nowhere, it's NUP prisoners. There is NUP now arrested as political prisoners. From nowhere, it's NUP has taken up a space. We are minority, but now we look like we are the majority. Because now everybody is attacking NUP. And you know what? Because we have got something that they have never seen. We are a new brand to politics of Uganda. The way we do things, we don't sit, we don't rest. We are not resting, we are not stopping. We want change. But when you look at minority, there is always discrimination. There is always unequalness. When you can see minority, they can fight back through the Supreme Court, through judicial. But as it stands for now in Uganda, it's not happening. Somebody was asking me, kept on asking me, Demi, do you think Segrinya and Sewanyana will be released? I replied to that person. I'm sure one day she is going to say, Segrinya and Sewanyana will be released when somebody who has put them in prison wants to. That somebody we will know one day. It is somebody leading wherever they want to do. It's like now you hear full figure is not happy, puts people into prison. Of recent, I talked about judiciary, how is into crisis. So people like minority, they run to the Supreme Court, to the courts of the law, and then they will get justice. Unfortunately, in Uganda, we will not get justice. However, we have to find a way as minority. We have to speak out because, as we say now, the media is already compromised. You like it or not, the media is already compromised. The media plays a big part to highlight, to raise awareness, to grill down these ministers. But as it stands for now, they are being compromised. So the minority, all I can say to you, we can turn our minority into majority. Today we are in opposition, tomorrow we are going to be in government. And we are talking about, in Uganda, we are talking about a democratic Uganda. That change of power will come through from free and fair election. So when you want to overturn this minority into majority, you must have a belief. You like it or not. If you don't believe you can drive a car, don't sit into the driver's seat. That is very simple. It's hard. You have to believe. We don't want doubters. People, they doubt. One day they say, oh, Kyagulanyi is taking us. Second day, Kyagulanyi is not taking us. Second day, they doubt. Second day, they question. This is why I normally talk about the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ. They were 12. But every disciple had another character. They say Peter was a person you never want to get near to. I like the character of Philip, who said, Jesus, how are we going to feed these people? Jesus made whatever bread and fed 5,000. Then we have got Thomas. We have got Judas. As it stands for now, when things they don't happen in minorities, we normally have Thomas, doubters. The doubt. Chagulanyi, where are you taking here? Chagulanyi, oh, Matia, what? Mwambala obusuuti, mukola wiki. You doubt. It's not a way. We need self-belief that we are going to take out the dictator. We need maybe to show our faces, that we stand in their faces. People, let me tell you something. There are things I don't want to say online. Unless you believe in yourselves, you never find out. My time I had lots of investigations. I looked around. Even I went into those I went to, is it CPS, their vehicles, they are those canister, those they use for tear gas. I said, okay, let me see what happened. I walked along that street where they park up those vehicles. And one thing that surprised me, because it was too hot, the doors were open. These people who drive those vehicles, they speak Uganda, they speak normal language, they speak usual language. Even their conversation is totally different. I used to think that maybe they are like that. No, that is not the way. But let me tell you, we need to have a belief that we go down on the ground, that we get closer to these people, we study them, that we know who are these people. What is this vehicle? I looked inside because when I walked, I calculated my paces. I was walking not too fast. Then I looked inside because the doors were open. And these vehicles there, they are like nothing. So we need to have belief. You don't have belief. We are cautious. You must have belief if you want to overturn the majority. For me, I'm looking at somebody like Nigel Farage. How did he change Britain from conservative to come out of Europe? How did Nigel Farage change these white collars? The belief, we must have an intent, and we must have a message that is going to convert other people, that is going to attract people to come to NUP. Let us use evidence-based. Let us understand it's not going to be about one man. Our president, Robert Kyagulanyi, has always said it is not going to be him to do it alone. So when you see people like Mpuga opening up that website, don't have a go. Don't think that that is division. We need this. We need to position ourselves. Because when international, they look on us, they're going to say, who are the people he has got? When I look at Mpuga, he has set up a president that we have never seen in Africa. He's the first leader of opposition in legislative agenda. He's the first leader of opposition that has set up seminars to train the MPs how to conduct themselves. Now he has opened up a website that we read the policies, alternative, what is going on in the parliament. So we are making up grounds. NUP is a new kid on the block, but we are inching. We are annoying so many people. But we are annoying so many people because we are talking about. This is why I'm asking people, occupy all these places, because speak out is one way you can overturn a majority. Because once you speak out, people, they get the message. Why do you think that all these people, they have turned on NUP? Because we are speaking up. Museveni has got guns. Museveni has increased the money into the code security. But because we are a minority, that we are threatening his position. We are threatening them to take them out of the government. But history is going to be made. One of the examples, the experience I saw in Uganda is like All those people who write script, you should write or they are writing now. There is a movie unfolding in Uganda. People they think, oh, did God forgive Uganda, forget Uganda? No, God has not forgotten Uganda. Never. But there is a reason it's going slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly. But when it take off, it's gonna take off in a way that people they don't expect. Because as we speak for now, let me tell you something that I saw. They are ready top everywhere in Kampala. And it is becoming even worse for now. Daylight, you will find a column of ready top, like 12 of them walking in a column. In Kampala, you find 5, 6. Why are they walking in a column? Because they are in fear. They cannot walk alone, but they are occupying all these streets in Kampala. Even I find a column of 12 on Northern Bypass. They were walking, column, ready top. Can you imagine? Let me tell you something. A dictator, those in the majority, they survive on intimidation. When they survive on intimidation, if you want to turn that minority into majority, you attack their intimidation. You out them. You expose them. These are the things you do. You expose them. You challenge them into constitution. Even if they are not respecting, they are not listening. These, they work. One of the biggest weapons a dictator uses is psychological. It gets into your head. I said to you when I was in court, I observed, I noted when everybody was in fear. The lawyers, the state lawyers, they did not want to show their faces. They said, don't show me on the face. Don't show me in the camera. The judge said, don't show me. And then into the public gallery, there is fear. Outside, they have guarded the court as if something is wrong. All these people having guns. So the fear is not only in NUP. The fear is everywhere. The judges, they fear to say the truth. The judges, they fear to do what is right. So psychological is a big part. And that big part, if you want to overcome the majority, is going to be unity. When you are united, you console yourself. You galvanize. You mobilize, you strengthen, you rely on each other, you hold on to each other, you keep on reminding people, like people calling, are you going to Hague? Are you going to do this? Just do this. Please do this. Okay. But it's not like we have to forget. So psychological is the biggest part. And the dictator also, those majority, they use the weapons. They use weapons to bring disunity into you. They use the weapons to bring doubt into you. Just like you can see Segrinya Sewanyana, Rutayo, Olivia, Machete, everybody, they are into prison. They are sending a message to Ugandans, dare not do this. They are sending messages to MPs, dare not do what Segrinya was doing. Because what Segrinya was doing was so great. He had taken on the entire Uganda. He was making a member of parliament jealous. People, they were getting so nervous because the man was so he was moving places. He was developing every day. So when you see Segirinya in court, when you see Segirinya in prison, it is at the expense of we, the minority. Because Segrinya was one tool now in NUP who was attracting other even member of parliament, who was now setting example for other member of parliament what to do, what to do if you are a member of parliament. So you can see Segirinya was attracting people. We have got so many ways we can attract people. It's never one way. It's never through rhetoric. It's never through. It's a different way. Every method works, but you have to be consistent. We have to be honest to each other, that we don't sell to each other. These days, Nina is crying. Ugandans who report Ugandans, Ugandans who kill Ugandans. We need to look into this. When we talk about minority, we have to believe that we are going to take out this majority. This majority is not different. They just rely on one person. It's just their spiritual leader. Spiritual Museveni has become like these people who not radicalize, yes, who does. These people like you can see brainwash people. Because now people, they know if you don't support Museveni, you're going to be in big trouble. So we have to know majority can be overturned into minority. As we speak in England, in the United Kingdom, now people, they turned into Brexit simply because of one man. He had belief. You must have belief. And when he had belief, he had a goal. He stood as a member of parliament, they fight him. All parties, they did a syndicate and squeeze him out. But you know what? He had to find another way. He had to raise a voice. For him, I disagree with the message that he used. He used the migrant. They are putting strain on the NHS. Migrant, they are feeding our country. Migrant. So we must find something that will evolve. That means unity matters a lot. Coordination matters a lot. My sister, my brother, when you come into the camera and you start putting down what leaders they do, you start picking on leaders, you are wasting our valuable point. You are creating divisions. Why would you create divisions? Thank you, Sugar Brand. The judges are scared of themselves, scared of the corruption they practice, and then scared of the guns they support. The judges are weird. Yeah, sincerely, Joe. You need to be in the court. When I was in the court, I kept on crying. I cried and I looked at everybody. When we went out, people, they were saying, that's normal. Yes, it's normal, but we should take it as a minority. We should take it as abnormal to put people into prison, to put them under trial. You don't have evidence for them. You keep them in prison for 9 months. Our constitution says it should be independent. Our constitution says justice should not be delayed. Why should we delay that? Fellow Ugandans, a minority, you find your way. It is just when you are hungry, you have to find some ways to find something to eat or drink. It's just like when somebody fancies you and say you at the top, we'll find a way to get to you. So minority, you must have a belief first. You must mobilize. You must coordinate. You must unite. Don't forget, you cannot see what the dictator is doing psychologically. Is keeping Segirinya, Sewanyana down, and you forget it. You say that is gone. We have to talk. I said one reason you have to speak out. It doesn't harm you at all if you say free all these political prisoners every day. All these tweets, they count. Tomorrow, I'm going to be tagging BBC, Al Jazeera, CNN, and Sky News. And don't forget Guardian newspaper of UK, who brought out the story that Muhoozi was reported into the ICC. So we have to tag them. Even if they don't come, we have to tag them. Tag this lady who is called Alex Crawford. She's white, but she was born in South Africa. Alan Ramsey. These are the people who go in places like Uganda, they investigate. Once they investigate, the change will always come. fellow Ugandans, we are what we are. But I can see we are now majority because everybody is attacking. Robert Mao, is it nobody Mao? We not talk about DP. We not bring anything for DP, but he is going to comment about NUP. So NUP we have become a topic. People that we come from nowhere, they did not expect. People want change, they have joined the NUP. But we have got those small people. Morning, Edina, thank you for tagging me. Edina always tags me. If I miss a video, Edina will send it to me. Thank you so much. And I watch them. So, listen, majority, we need to look at, we should not lose. I keep on banging on these MPs. I have shared a video by Bijirwa. Bijirwa is very good into intelligence. He was explaining his opinions about Segling and what. But it's better, it's sensible to listen to that. But you should not forget, you should not condemn Segling and Sewanyana for any moment. If you do, you are helping a dictator. For me, I don't care what the dictator does. I care what we do. If you stand and say it's right to imprison Segling, you are helping a dictator. We, minority, we speak out. We speak against. We say no. There is no evidence after 9 months. They should be free. They gave 20 million for bail. They should be out on bail. But you know what? The government of Uganda is preparing for Kunga. They've had it in rumors. And the Kunga is saturating one way or the other. So they are preparing for Kunga. This is why I'm telling you, when you go in Kampala, there is column of ready top, not this. And now you had the police uniform was changed into this army pattern, Ebibombola. So why do you think all that? Kunga is on horizon. They are trying to find out Kunga. They are trying to pin out Kunga. But if we have with a good plan like Kunga, I have endorsed the 24 points of Amanda, Christine, and I've spoken to 2 leaders in the NUP, whether they have heard it, whether what they replied, I'm not going. But it's something that we should embrace. But the messenger has got to change the language. The language has been too much attack on leaders. You know, when you listen to languages like Stellanians is colorful. People, they don't like that. But if you use your tongue as lethal to bring down NUP leaders or to put down NUP leaders, to split NUP people, to bring doubt in what? That is wrong. But if you use your language as lethal, as Stellanians, that people, they are going to listen, Museveni is going to hear that, like calling him a pair of what? I won't say it here. So be it. If Robert Kyagulanyi is going to use his language to speak to people in Switzerland, so that is the tongue is lethal. As I wind out, we can turn minority into majority. We need to believe. We don't need doubters like Thomas. We need to unite. We don't want to create divisions. We need to support each other because psychologically, the majority, they send psychological, which weakens people. We need to keep on going. We need consistent. We need international to know what is going on in Uganda. All right, Sugar Brown, I understand, but I understand. I knew Sugar Brown. We go by reality. We go by reality. Pam Kawa Yingide. We cannot change what is politics. We go by numbers. We can only become minority if we are announced. I know, I said it, Sugar Brown, that 99% of Ugandans, they want change. We are minority because other people, they're going to vote for NRM. You can't speak people on the ground. This is why I put down that we need to attract people from different positions. You know, when we want to play with the words, when we don't want to hear certain words, sometimes for you to believe, you need such words to be referred to you. Sugar Brown, ndabye abantu bangi babanyooma, naga gundi yanyooma ajja kukiraba. Kati, you can use that word minority for you to build up majority. But if you say majority, when they come to the rally, majority, but they don't translate into the votes, what do you want? I think it's better we start as majority, minority, then we build up our majority. Sugar Brown, you see now we are here. People, they don't want to show their faces. So we are minority for we who come here and show our faces. But I want to see faces of Uganda that we are majority. This is why I say with the Kunga to succeed, our tactic number one is going to be to overwhelm. Overwhelm is going to mean everything. Showing our faces, not throwing down those MPs 57. No, we should all come out. If we come out, there is only one way Museveni is going to go out. That is what Sejusa said. If 1 million march onto the street, Museveni will go. For me, even I believe 1,000 people with the plan and the strategy, with the belief, with the unity, if they go on the street and they decide this is how we're going to take out Museveni, they will. Plan and the strategy. If they fire tear gas, what do we do? Go on the ground. Plan and the strategy. Everybody have a flag of Uganda. Don't have a flag of NUP. Plan and a strategy. Come for water. Plan and a strategy. Find where to put your phone. Plan and a strategy. Who is going to report to international media? Plan and a strategy. How are you going to stop these police coming to you? Plan and a strategy. How are you going to coordinate? Plan and a strategy. Where are your resources? Plan and strategy. Backup plan. Where is it? Plan and strategy. Position. Where are you going to start? Plan and strategy. What time? What is the timeline? How are you going to turn up? How are you going to change? How? Plan and strategy. Where are you going to start? Are you going to start square? Where is go canister or what? Where is go to ready top? Where are you going to start? Plan and strategy. Taking position. Say people in the Sakaramese will stand. People in the Chagwe will stand. People in the what will stand. People will what? Coordinate. What time are we going to start? Who is going to start? Then we put Masaba here in the media, and Masaba will speak day and night. I trust him. He will speak day and night. He will stand up here and speak. So the words can be a little bit different. The understanding can be, we come from different perspectives, my dear. But however, we need unity. Buno obumulumulu buno demi yagambe kino yali obutubukire kati tolaba comrade wange Amanda yangamba mbu Nadia obanakolaki naye I still advocate for her 24 plan of Kunga, because so far she has come up with that 24 plan. Spiderweb brought us a hashtag. So Kawat has brought us the 24-point program. So I still trump for that. Yes. We are the majority, my dear Ugandans. Yes, I understand. That topic, I think I better leave it. It's going to be controversial. But the fact is, we are wasting our time. We better be realistic. There is nothing wrong to be a minority. My point here, let us build a majority. My comrade Bruce, I respect, who is my colleague here on the platform. So my colleague Bruce, how many people showed their faces? How many people? That is what the word majority, Bruce, or whether UK, ekigambo majority. That is, majority is what it is. It is not an insult. I rather start from zero, then I go up. NRM, the way they are up is that they are going to go down. For us, we are building up. We started with the one member of parliament, Robert Chagulanyi. We had 10 who come from deep. Now we are 57. NRM has got, is it 200 what? So we are chasing them. So we need to look at how are we going to overturn this number of 57 to make it 200, to make it 300, so that we make it difficult that when they want to change, a president, MP, how are we going to change it? We cannot change it by denial, living in denial. No, we cannot live in denial, but we can be. I know people, we like to hear good words. Yes, we shall hear good words. The good words, we are minority, but we are building up to go to the majority. We are minority by statistics, we like it or not, but we can change those statistics through belief, through unity, through supporting each other, through coordinating, by raise of awareness, by being vocal. I look at that. That is how I look at that. I've gone through quite a lot in my life, but if I didn't believe, if I didn't accept what I am, that I'm like this, so I have to change, then what would have happened? But if I believed I'm good, I'm like this, and nothing happens, what would I have achieved? Lusakarwa mese chesi wachesi. Yes, lusakarwa mese kunga. Lusakarwa mese tuja kujako Museveni. Gundi twamugoba vice president taliyo nene kino ekyaddayo kyagenda mwenale tujja kukigoba kyagala tekyagala. Kati bannange ebigambo ebyo byembadde nabyo manyise, little bit controversial. Tubeere ku ekyoto international, ekyoto kyetaagayo ssente, ekyoto needs money. For me, I just come here and speak, but there are some people, I call them heroes in my heart. Ize, ba Eva, ba Seum, bani basasula ssente per month for me to be here, to be hosted. It's not free. So if you can donate. Gendo donating, email eri ekyoto@gmail.com. You can donate £5, $5, €5, €1, any small little thing will help. Nzija nenjogera naye, for them to maintain this platform is not very cheap. So this is how we are in the parliament perspective, but on the oppressed, you get the Bruce. Now we are the majority who are oppressed, but then how are we going to turn those majority who are oppressed into reality? Nze kyenjagala Bruce, bondetera ekyo awo nkugamba twalaba abantu mu Omolo nga bangi nnyo, and they gave us 1,600 votes. I want those people to turn into majority and say you cannot steal our vote. No, we are like this. So we need to be realistic when we talk about plan strategist tajja kutandikira ku birungi, atandikira ku ebyo n'agamba okay together. Okay, now tomorrow demonstration in Hague. I have to speak. Muhoozi Museveni were reported into Hague for their violation of human rights before, during, and after election 2021. The case has not been opened. Yali reported the 3rd of May 2020. It was it was brought into the public by this reporter called Jason Back. Go and tag him. Also tag the Guardian newspaper. Kubanga, it has been on the case for our case. So we need to tag them about that demonstration. Small. You know, BBC now came when we are Spanish embassy. Small, very little. They are coming. Tag them with videos. Tag them with the WhatsApp. Tag them with anything. Tell them that there is a demonstration because the case has not been opened. As simple as that. The case has no, and we don't want that case to be thrown out as that which happened in Kasese. So that is our duty. So we the minority, we are tramping, we are talking. Minority bobera minority totula abantu bakubira enduru n'ogamba batutta. I know, yes, we are majority, we are 99.9 abagala okukyusa government ye Uganda. Abantu abatagala okukyusa government ye Uganda ali omuntu omu kamubabuulire mbadde mmaze. Omuntu ali omu atayagala kukyusa gavumenti ye Uganda ye Museveni. Kataaka ayagala gundi lwaboogo okujja. Muhoozi ayagala kusikira kitaawe. Salimu Sale ayagala naye okukikwatamu. Janet Museveni ayagala ayagaliza muwala we okubeera ne first lady. Kati Museveni akiri mu bwogu bw'omu yekka. Kati we are majority mu kuwakanya naye twetaaga this number to come out. We have to keep on mobilizing. We are awera kyembadde ngamba and teaching and encouraging. That's it. So nga tujja kufuuka that majority nze mbagambe you need to believe. If you don't believe, if you don't have ne Bible ekugamba if you have a belief as small as a mustard seed. Bible kyekugamba kyokka. Ate ndowooza kyekyo lwaki Museveni yayita ekitabo kye mustard seed. Kubanga bagenda musika abantu 27. Naye soma Bible ekugamba bwe mubanga mulina okukkiriza ng'akaweke ka kayidaali. Mukama takusaba kukkiriza kunene bwe kuti. Tubeerenga David, we are fighting a Goliath. Tubeerenga Donald Trump from nowhere. Najja n'agamba America for America. Naddira majority, naddira fascist, n'abateeka okukakana nga bagenze mu government. Tubeerenga Nigel Farage. Najja n'agamba Brexit yasookera eri mu UKIP n'agikyusa Brexit. Ono Boris Johnson is not a Brexiteer. Boris Johnson ku Sunday yakuba article ng'ewagira remain. Ate ku Monday n'agenda eri yet ye wa remain. Naye olaba Nigel Farage yabasika. Omuntu gwe balemesezza yekka ye mukyalo ono La Pen e France. Naye kati Europe yonna eri taken over far right wing. They are minority naye bafuna ensonga eki. Kati bo bagamba immigration which is not very good for me. Nzale for voting a Brexit na voting a remain. Kaakati tulina okulaba ensonga eno enyiga bannayuganda tulina okubajjako effugabbi. As we speak, in reality, we are minority, but we are building up to be majority. Mbagabi twatandika ne member of parliament Robert Kyagulanyi. Kati tulina 5 Kati then let us build. Let us build a lot. Twate tulina bitebe. Twate tulina ki. We are growing. We are growing every day. The word is not very nice, but for me, I live in reality to build on that, to change that. If you say that, these words, they hurt, politics is what it is. Politics, abeerawo n'akulumya ne bakwata mukamwa ne bakwata mu liiso toyagala, but that is what politics is about. The beauty, we can debate, we can speak to each other. Thank you, everybody. That was our host who has hosted me, JB Muwonge, who has shared this live, Ekyoto Reloaded, Ekyoto International, Ekyoto YouTube. Thanks to all the guests. Thank you for your comment. I like it. And I'm going to think about that word you said that you say no, we are not. And I'm going to think about it, how I can alter my mind to jeko mu middle. Kale bwe muba mumuga nti tetuli minority, tuli majority. Nja kirowoozaako nze sigaanayo. I'm always compromising. Museveni uses Ugandans as his own. John Mukasa nkulabye mukwano nkulabye nnyo mwebale nnyo Kogonza webale nnyo bless you salute people power our power NUP everywhere bana agambo nkagala oba waliwo akansinza wenkongera mpulira amaanyi NUP everywhere enkya NUP egenda Hague bweve Hague egenda Belgium mwebuuza lwaki bagenda e Belgium Belgium we watula European Commission we watula Europe yonna gyetula balinayo parliament yaabwe mujjukire nabo baatuwagira nnyo ne bakondeminga violence but ate behind the scenes beyongera kuwa mu 7 cent beyongera kuwagira kati our voices are needed there to be in Belgium so bwe bava Hague bagenda kulinnya bus basasula euros oba 5 bagende Belgium ku European Council wantu wakulu nnyo mujjukire nti ne Bobi Wine bamuyita Belgium n'agenda n'ayogera ne human rights so it is imperative for them to go there and good luck thanks everybody buli asobodde okugenda buli atasobodde waliwo strike nyingi tickets bazicancelinga bintu bingi nnyo naye those who are there salute thanks very much and thank you so much mujja kulabanga ebintu ebyo byonna bivudde amma musiibe bulungi my word 51 minutes not me but I've done it